Well, hello everyone, and welcome again to another session of having fun with numbers. But this morning we want to get on with it because we are drawing closer to our examination and we want to be able to whip up the speed at which we work at. So we want to look at this morning using the distributive law. Now, to distribute means to, to share it up. If I ask to distribute, is to give out, to share it up. Now, earlier on, I would have shown you that we would have to use our number sense to be able to work out things. For example, if I had to multiply 5 times 9, and I do not know my 9 times table, very simply, I could distribute the 9, because 5 times I have 9. Yeah, 5 times 9, I have 9 5 times. 5 times 9. So what I can do, I can distribute the 9. I can say, well, let me see, let me put 5 times 5, and then I would put 5 times 4. Look at that. And I separated using a pair of brackets. So 5 times, 5 times, but I distribute the 9 to 5 and 4. And 5 times 5 will give me 25, and 5 times 4 will give me 20, and I add my 25 and my 20, and I get 45. So this is what we have distributed the 9. We can distribute it anywhere we would like to, but we need to have number sense, and we know it is very easy to multiply by 5. Okay, let's try another one, and let's see how, if you could assist me in distributing this. Suppose I had to do 6 times 8. How could we distribute this 8? I suggest we say 6 times, and 4, because I know my 4 times table, and another 6 times 4. Remember, this 4 and this 4 will give you 8. Right? Because we have 6 times, yes, but this 4 and this 4 will give you 8. So 6 fours are 24. And 6 times 4 is another 24. And when we add 24 and 24, we get 48. Now that you understand what is to distribute numbers, yesterday we would have seen a video where we had to multiply by 10. And we said that when we are multiplying by numbers ending with 0, we just block out the 0, multiply, and then add back in the zeros. For example, let's revise that. If we had to work 23 times 10, right? 23 times 1 is 23, and we add back our 0. Or if we had to do 5 times 40, we block our 0, we say 5 fours are 20, and we add back our 0. Good. Well, today we are going to build on that skill. We are going to combine these skills together so that we'll be able to engage ourselves in what we call long multiplication, where we are able to multiply 2-digit by 2-digit numbers, or 3 digits, or double digits, or more than 2-digit numbers. All right. So, for example, if I had 45 times 12 to multiply. Now I'll tell you what some children do, and it's not correct. They say 5 times 2 is 10, and 4 times 1 is 4. And that is absolutely wrong. If we have to multiply that 45 times 10, but times 12, 45 times 12, what we need to do, we need to distribute our 12. Let us distribute that 12 into what we can multiply by easily. So we distribute it, and we're going to say 45 times, and this 1 is what? This 1 in this 12 here is really 10. So 45 times 10. And then we say 45 times 2. Good. So we work out 45 times 10 easily. 45 by 10, we just block the 0. 45, and we add back the 0. Yeah? Add 45 times 2. Let's work 45 times 2 here. 45 times 2. 5 2s are 10. And 4 2s are 8. And 1 is 9. So we get 90. So we have to work 450, add 90. So we work it out here. 450, add 90. Right? And we get 0 and 0 is 0. And 9 and 5 is 14. And 4 and 1 is 5. So we get 540. Alright, let's try another one. Remember, you have to try to distribute your numbers, okay? So look at it. We want to work 64 times 25. Remember, we have to distribute this. This 2 here is what? 2 tens, 20. So this will easily become 64 times 20. Add 64 times 5. Now look at it. 64 times, but we distribute this 25 into 20 and 5 because this 2 here is 2 tens, which is 20. So what do we do now? We multiply 64 by 20. How do we multiply 64 by 20? We block the 0. We block the 0 here. So we really multiplying 64 by 2 in our working column. 64 times 2. 4 2s are 8 and 6 2s are 12. We got 128. But what do we do now? Yes, we put back our 0 because, yes, we had blocked off this 0. And 64 times 5. We go to our working column and we work out 64 times 5. 4 5s are 20. And 6 5s are 30. And 2 gives us 32. 320. Do we have any zeros to add? No, we didn't block any zeros on the side. So now we have 1280 add 320. So we work out 1280 add 320. Line it up nicely. 0, 8 and 2 is 10. 2 and 3, 5, and 1 is 6. And we get 1600. Okay, I want to try another one for you. Okay, let's try 72 times 46. Remember, we are going to distribute this 46, and the easiest way to distribute it is 40 and 6. So we say 72 times 40, add 72 times 6. Good. So now to work 72 times 40, what do? We are multiplying by a number ending with 0. So we block the 0. So we're going to work 72 times 4. 72 times 4. 2 4s are 8. 7 4s are 28. And what do we do now? We put back the 0 that we blocked because you remember we were already multiplying by 4 tens, right? Add 72 times 6. 2 6 is 12. 7 6 are 42 and 1 is 43. 4 32. Not forget that there. Alright, so what do we do now? We need to add 28 80, add 4 32. 28 80 and 4 32. 8 and 3 11. 8 and 4 12 and 1 is 13. And 2 and 1 is 3. So what do you got? 33 12. So I'll try just one more for you and I'll leave you with an exercise. Let's try another one. 87 times 34. Right? Which number are we going to distribute? Yeah, we're going to distribute this number. So we say 87 times this 3 is what? 3 tens. And we are going to add that to 87 times 4. Alright, how do we work 87 times 30? We block our 0 and we work out 87 times 3. And when we are finished, we'll put back that 0. Alright, because we are multiplying by 3 tens. And we all know that when you're multiplying by 10, you add a 0. Yeah, so 87 times 3. 7 3s are 21. 8 3s are 24. And 2 is 25. So we get 251. 87 by 3 is just 251, but it is 3 tens. So we add a 0. And we add it to 87 times 4. Times 4. 7 4s are 28. And 8 4s are 32. And 2 is 34. So we get 348. Alright? You see, you have to be able to know your tables. So 25, 10, add 348. 8, 5, 8, 2. 2, 8, 5, 8. How you like that? Very, very nice. I know you all can be able to perform that skill, alright? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it one step further, because I know we have some bright children who have been working on papers quickly. Alright, so I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to just take this question here, 72 times 46, and I'm going to show you another way of having it completed. Alright, I'm going to show you another way of having it completed. So we're looking at 72, and we write it down, the 46, we put the 46 just like this underneath here, and we are going to multiply, okay? We are going to multiply 72 times 46. But this is just a shorter method of using the distributive law. Alright? We know that this, if we had to distribute, we would have distributed the 46, we would have distributed the 46. This would have been 4 tens, and this would have been 6 ones. This is where you need to pay attention. 72 times 46 is really 72 times 4 tens, add 72 times 6. Yeah? So look at me. And I'm just going to draw this here. Draw this here because I want everything to line up properly. Okay? So we are going to work 72 times 4 tens first. So 2 4s are 8. Listen. But you cannot put the 8 under the 6, you know. You put in 2 4s, you have to make sure your response starts here. Because I'm working 72 times 4, I have to make sure it comes under here. Alright? And now we work 7 4s are 28. So we put our 28 here. And we know that this 4 here was really 4 tens. So we add a 0. How do you like that? 2 4s, 8. 7 4s are 28. But this 4 that we were multiplying by was really 4 tens. So we know that. So we add a 0. And now we say 2 6, 12. So we 2 6 are 12. So we put the 2 here. And then 7 6 would give us 7 6 will give us 42, and 1 is 43. And put it there. And what do you do now? We know that we had to add it now. 0 and 2. 2. 8 and 3. 11. 8 and 4, 12. And 1 is 13. And 2 and 1 is 3. Now let's look up here. Let's look up here. We had multiplied 72 by 40, and we had gotten 2880. Now look at it here. We see 72 by 4. This 4 tens here will give us 2880. And up here we had said 72 by 6 is 432. Look here. 72 by 6 is 432. And then we had to add. So we had gone across in our working column to add. But if you look at this, using this method, everything is already lined up for you. All right, and when you add, you got 3312. All right, so in using the distributive method up here, in using this method here, you can work it out easily, but then you can take it a step further and work it out. Let's try this method. This question, 87 times 34. Now remember when we said 87 times 3, 10, 30, we got 25, 10. All right, so let's work. 87 times 34. Look how I write it down. And what do I do for safety? I just draw this right here to make sure that everything is lined up, because I'm working 7 times 310. Right? 3 tens. 7 times 3 tens. So, right. Now when I say 7 threes are 21, where should I write that one? Not here, because I'm saying 7 times 3, so it has to come under here. Make sure and line it up properly. 7 threes are 21. Let's begin here. 8 threes are 24, and 2 is 26. Alright. 7 threes are 21, 8 threes are 24, and 2 is 26. Alright. I put a 0 here. 7 fours are 28. And 8 fours are 32, and 2, 34. Alright. And we just add now. 1 and 4 is 5, and 6 and 3, 9. Okay. I think we made a mistake up here when we were multiplying. Yeah, we made a mistake up here. 7 threes are 21, and 8 threes are 24, and 2. This was supposed to be 26. This should have been 26 here. Alright, and then we had here gotten 2958 here. We made a mistake when we were adding here, and that's okay, kids. We are humans and we make mistakes. Alright, but the most important thing is we don't stay there, but we see how we can move on, how we can correct ourselves and move on. Alright, and that's perhaps the most important thing about this morning's lesson. So you learn as a human being, when you make a mistake, correct yourself and move on. So I'll do one more question with you before I close. Let's try the question on this side. 64 times 25, where we got 1600. 64 times 25. Draw a line. 4 twos are 8, and 6 twos are 12. Put a 0 there, because this 2 is really 2 tens. 4 fives are 20. 6 fives are 30, and 2 is 32. And now we add 0. 8 and 2 is 10. 2 and 3 5, and 1 is 6. And we get our 1600. So I'm sure you can use whatever method you like, but I would really like you to reach this phase. So what you can do, you probably try a couple using this style, all right, of distribution, and then we go into the more organized way of multiplying. All right. So until then, see you guys.